Being trained by the world famous Tom Silver, who is amazingly passionate, wonderful, creative, innovative about this hypnosis. It's such a beautiful, beautiful system, and I'm so proud to be working with him and to be trained by him. These 4 days that I've been here, and he's been bringing me from the beginning down to the end. I came in like a baby. I'm now walking out like a king because I seem to have been, getting all these beautiful skills, knowledge, giving me through the background of hypnosis, what it is over the ages, and then not only that, telling me the evolution of how this stuff has come to be even till now. And not only that, having me practice. This is a moving, practical man in action, giving me all the skills that I need. Not just reading something out from a book and this. You all need to hear him speak. When he speaks, he lights up the room. And that is what I've been getting all this time. When I was coming, I thought, well, 4 days, well, what am I going to get all these 4 days? But I got more than I expected. Blows my imagination that this can sink in. And I can still remember, after going through a complete hypnotherapy section, I can remember all of this. I am so excited. This is wonderful. This is wonderful technique. Now, one other thing too is that this technique that Tom Silver has developed is scientific, because I also have the opportunity to do the EEG, which is the new, actually whenever he speaks, he throws out all these words, these scientific words. He backs up everything he says by real science. Having putting all this graph out on the screen and seeing how the mind actually works from the various 4 steps, from the beta, the alpha to theta and delta. When I came here, I didn't know what I couldn't pronounce those words. He had to spell them out for me. He had to spell them out for me, and now I can just rattle it because he put it in, and I got it. I received it. I believed in it, and this is the scientific way the mind and the brain actually works. And so having been here for this program is one of the best things that I have received. And once I open up my practice, people will be benefiting from this. People will be receiving all the best. They'll know that I've been trained by the best, and what they expect from me is the best. Whenever they hear of the master and all his disciples and the teachers and the people he's taught and all those people who are with him, they know that yes, this person here really received the right education because they received it from the best. They received it from the one who has the main stuff. Past experience that I had, because before I selected Tom Silver to come to this, to have this experience, I've actually been other places that I wanted to try. Without naming names, the fact is that number one, I took time to drive all night long and get to this particular destination, and after all the payment I've made and all the time I've invested in it, I went to this one course, and I was being, in fact, it wasn't what I expected, to just put it very nicely and very decently. It wasn't exactly what I expected. References were made to things that I am not even aware of. Presumptions were made that I'm not aware of, and I was just left hanging out in the air without understanding anything. At the end, in fact, not even at the end, because I'd gone there at about 8 o'clock. When I went out for lunch, while I was eating, I was thinking to myself, man, are you sure I'm going to survive this thing? Are you sure I'm going to stay in this thing? And I just said, okay, let me check it out the second time, So after lunch, I decided to go to the best portion, and it was just the same thing. At the end of the whole program, I just called the organizer, and I told them, excuse me, I'm not going to stay. And I gave them the reason why I wasn't going to stay. And I went home, I went online, and I was searching. I saw this wonderful, beautiful site, and I called around, and they told me about Tom Silver. I said, you know what, I really need the best, because I've had a very bad experience, so I want the best. And they recommended it. I contacted them, gave me this 4 days intensive program. The various inductions that Tom Silver has taught me, they are very unique. They are very powerful. Talking about a shock induction. Talking about that is very, because the first thing there is for when one enters deeply, instantly, automatically into a receptive state of hypnosis. That is what we're talking about. Now, it's not a question of relax your hand and your leg. Man, I was falling asleep just trying to think of the next thing. But now it's just the passion in it. And then the effectiveness of it and the quickness of it. And when it goes, it just goes down straight. And that is what we are talking about, because like I've been explained to, when the frequency, the brain wave just drops from beta straight, lowest delta. And then that is where the best hypnotherapy can occur. Of course, there are some that can occur in the beta and the alpha and the theta, but in the delta, that is when. And then he drops it with most of it. 1, 2, 3, there's so many of them. The first day I got 6 techniques. And I'll be, you know, every day, I say every day and in every way I'm getting better and better and better. And that is what these techniques will be doing for me, because every day and in every way I'm getting better and better. But these techniques, developed by Tom Silver, are powerful, wonderful, instantaneous, and automatically applied. So what happens now, when somebody goes through years of education and all you are exposed to is some big, huge, you know, humongous textbooks, what happens? You just memorize all that stuff and then you go back home to do what? To fall asleep and probably throw that book away. But I came to this class. The very first day I was already practicing hands-on. On live people. I was already practicing. And this is the most beautiful part of it. That it's not just book knowledge, which of course is recorded knowledge, but it's beautiful, wonderful knowledge. And when we have this beautiful, wonderful knowledge, it's knowledge that you can easily build upon. Not just recorded history to be memorized, but history itself in the making. The live therapy on stop smoking, removal of stress and anxiety, did all that live. And from the testimony that was coming forth, these were pretty good. And there was a testimony that came from one of the clients I have here.
Well, I think it's been an amazing experience, you know, to be a witness to, you know, the first day I came, I saw Anthony sitting down there, and you know, he was, you know, very eager to learn, and then Tom started to teaching him all these techniques like right away. I mean, I was just sitting down and he was like, okay, this is the way I do it, and Tom was doing it on me, and then afterwards it was just like, okay, go ahead, do this, do that, do this, I'm gonna walk you through it. And it was so powerful to see that in the beginning he was like, you know, trying to concentrate and getting the words and all the techniques, and you know, all of a sudden I could see him like every day just changing, feeling more confident in his abilities. And now we just did a session like 5 minutes ago, and you know, he looks like he's been doing it forever, you know, like total professional. And it's been you know, it's been very surprising, and it blows my mind, you know, to see how Tom teaches these techniques, and basically it's like magic, you know. You see these people just coming with the intention to learn, and they don't just walk out with a bunch of books or information to take home, and then later, you know, someday you'll get it. Thank you very much. You can see him. I mean, I imagine you can just go tomorrow or today and just sit down someone, do a therapy session on them, and creating powerful results.
I have been trained by the world famous, renowned hypnotherapist Tom Silver, and I'll be opening up a practice in San Diego, and you'll be seeing it very soon because I've registered it, and it's going to be called Chi Edozie Hypnosis Center.
This means something, and it means more than most hypnotherapy certificates. This means that you scientifically, neurologically understand and can implement advanced hypnotherapy techniques.
Good.
And it feels good, doesn't it?
See, I took a deep breath. Good.
Yeah.
It wasn't digested good.
Good. So that's it. I want to thank you.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. You deserve it. You deserve it, my friend. And this is the beginning of our relationship.
Wonderful.
We're going to keep talking, communicating, and advancing and furthering the science of neurological hypnotherapy.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And there's your other certificate.
Put your hands together for me, man.
Yeah.
You're doing this, man.
You deserve it.
That's right. Put your hands